It's a Friday and we bring you yet another series on the program, the DRC War or Zimbabwe's War in the DRC, whatever you like to call it. But I would like to say, guys, thank you for the feedback. We get the phone calls, we get the messages, we get the emails. One thing for sure, I'm a civilian. I've never trained in the military. So I don't have the military background and I don't know all the military terms. So, but I like the support that we're getting on this program, the comments, the criticism. It builds us. So we are willing to learn because the idea is to tell the story. So whenever the DRC story is told, I always hear names like Kenel Vute, Major Marisa, Major Mkandla, Wami, Mbinya, Gufa. And I hope that one day we'll be able, Kenel Piki, I hope we'll be able to meet these guys, talk to them, hear their side of the story. You know, we are trying to tell a story that has never been told before, and we are talking to whoever is available to tell us. And sometimes they're going to exaggerate, sometimes they're going to underrepresent. That's how history is told. At the end of the day, the story that is going to be recorded is for those who come forward and tell their story. The reason why today we are told Dr. Mziliga has signed an X or Lobengula signed an X, he couldn't read and write, is because we don't have a recorded narrative from Lepengula. And we cannot afford to do the same with the DRC war, with the Mozambique war. One thing that is interesting for me for the DRC war, I think it was the first time where Zimbabwe was fighting a waterborne warfare. They were using boats. That was something that has not been done before. There are lessons that we can learn there. A lot of things happened. It was the Allied forces. You know, it's quite an interesting area to study. But like I said, I'm not a military man. I need military men to guide me to say, you know, do this, cover that. And I hope that we are also going at some point get the official, you know, authorities to talk to us. I'm looking for an email. I'm looking for a contact person to say, if we want to collaborate with the authorities, who do we write to? Please help us with that. And we are going to approach them and seek official approval so that we can also talk to those who are still serving to tell their side of the story. Our objective is to tell the Zimbabwean story without, you know, exaggerating, without diminishing it, without writing off other people, but we want everyone who was involved in the DRC war to be able to tell their story. That is our objective. The other comment that I always get is that, why are you talking to people who are in Bulawayo only? Comrades, we want to talk to everyone who is in Zimbabwe or anywhere in the world. The challenge is resources. We don't have enough resources to go around. This is why we are just moving around in Bulawayo. There are two things that you can do. You can, you know, if you are living anywhere in Zimbabwe and you want us to talk to your relative, you can talk to us and we get them in a bus, they come to Bulawayo. Of course you pay. You get the bus fare, we talk to them in the morning, they go by overnight bus and wherever they're going. Or if you are able and you have means, contribute to the fund or to contribute to this program so that we are able to go wherever we want. We are going to put, there's a link in the description. Please feel free to donate whatever you can so that we are able to produce these programs. There are so many stories that we still need to tell. There are so many areas that we need to visit. So help us help you. Help us tell the story and help us preserve the history and these interesting narratives. My name is Zenzele Ndebele. Today in the program we are talking to Busani Bafana. I nearly said Busani Bafana, who's one of our guys here. We're talking to Busani Mabena. He's an ex-commando. He was involved in the DRC war and he tells us his story from his perspective. You know, people are always going to tell us the story from where they saw it. They might exaggerate, they might leave other things, but this is his story and we are also willing to hear your side of the story. Please be part of this exciting journey. Enjoy. So maybe let me start by saying with you, so uqede training after 6 months uyangaphi?
Mina ngathi ngiqede training instead before singakaqedi training laphana kwabuya ama different units yabona be recruit ama members within the force because the army is made of different units, and so mina I was singathi attracted the commando interpretation with how they operated, just everything of them. We are ukuzibhosta konkani ukuthi within the army they are the efficient yabo lami ngikho kwangi inspire sort of. So I went to commando selection soon after ngiqedile ukuzenini i-basic military training. Then i-commando vele singathi anti-established eHarare. So what happened ukuthi babuya le team yabo, they recruited us, they offered us transport, then we went to Harare. Singakafika ezindlini. That is when we were giving time to just come and see my parents and the like, since it's ngona straight training singakabile anything esibonile ukuthi wasala kunjani ezindlini and the likes. So ngabuya just for 14 days off. Lami ngabona abadala and the likes. Then suka lapho ke ngabuyela ngangiqalisa commando selection. It was July. Ngaqasa khona i-commando selection yami. So we went through i-commando selection for 3 weeks. 3 weeks zethu sise eHarare, and then we were to complete ilokuzen the whole process ngapha eKariba. Saku endurance, from endurance satholanyana amebhuku ama-relief over 3 days. Then we went to skills. We were very unfortunate by then ukuthi there were a lot of activities in DRC. So for us to get that kind of prescribed time yabo abakuphayo ukuthi uyophumula after the training kwenza ukuthi inyama ziphenduke into ground, and it was very limited. So we couldn't have that kind of time. So I told her only 3 days after selection. So we had to go back again after selection sisenza ama skills. Yabo. That's when ubona ukuthi we managed to beat 2 trainings at 1 year. Yabo. Ama 6 months analana we had to ngonxa ukuthi sasingelala that relief system enkulu, so that la uyaphumula uphenduke emsebenzini, but we managed it. Sathi sesi-trainee commando selection, saqeda sayenza i-pass out yethu eKariba instead of Harare. Mostly i-pass out yayisenzwele eHarare, because that's where lani lawe home ground yenu. iHarare i-commando phela i-stationed along airport road lapha. So iHarare is their headquarters. Then i-training ground is Kariba. So thina saba le lokuzen the pass out at eKariba. Sithe pass out at eKariba lapana sahle satshelwa ukuthi from there, guys, there is no time for us to go uyabona izimule and the likes. We are supposed to go and fill the gap eseli ku front ngala.
So maybe ningakahambi ku-front lapha mfuku ubuza nje nge-training ye-commando versus wayibonile ku-infantry ngalo. Kwakunjani i-training ye-commando?
No, there was totally difference, because i-commando uses a lot of equipment. I-commando uses a lot of physical strength, just physical fitness. Commando is totally different environment. 3 weeks zenzana, what helped us njengokuthi sasesiya ku-advanced training is that we had i-basic military training, and that kind of forceful movement, and we had it in mind, we had it in physical, and so it was a bit easier for us to adopt the hardest one. And konkani ukuthi lathi sasesibona ukuthi we are in another stage here. It's no longer the same as where we were. We are on a time, you need to consider time, you need to consider teamwork, you see, because you can't do anything without teamwork. Everything goes through teamwork. Those are the kinds of things which I noted. We are now in another stage at Chiene, the basic military training. Yes, strength, because you had guys, they are they are fit, they are bold, yabona. So it's a challenge, yabona.
Njengoba ukhaya nomzimba omncane wawuvele nje kumbe you managed kodwa kumbe awusuqinile ngesikhathi ukomanda?
No, umzimba wami vele awuzange utshintshe much.
Awomele phakathi.
Awomele phakathi. Mina mose yabona into eyisenzakala, mina ngakhula vele ngimchova ibhasikili yabo. So izinto ezile border sasidlala ibhola. So izinto ezile physique kakhulu lami I used to challenge, even though ngangilo mzimba omncane, but I got yabona used to challenging, and futhi I used to play with abantu abakhulu kulami yabo, yiko kunceda ukuthi most cases when it comes to physique lami ngangilokuyi challenge to those people abakhulu kulami ukuthi I'm there yabo. So yiko kwakunceda sometimes.
There's always something about amadoda amafitshane anganaqinile ulaka lokuthanda ukulwa. So I'm not surprised that you ended up in commando. So you like fighting?
Not actually. Maybe defending myself. Because I started training in martial arts when I was Form 2. I had yabona ama gradings from martial arts until to a brown belt. Yabona. So yeah, that kind of training futhi ku martial arts which I started when I was Form 2, maybe ngabe iyanceda. Because yabona maybe futhi yangomisa umzimba. Ngoba into engayibona ukuthi for sure even ngazuzama ukuthi utrain njani nxa usuwomile umzimba, you cannot just expand. Ama muscles live to that lokuze nini yabo. So mina lami njengomuntu wa trainer i martial arts kwaba easy ukuthi when it comes to physique kongasonto entsha kimi hayi, it was something which I got used ngifana omncane yabo. Ekhaya yes ngafunda from grade 1 to grade 3, but there were not much challenges yabona. Kwakufana la khona apha nje ukuthi sengikhona apha ngisesikolo and like kwakungela ama challenges engangabona different ukuthi ekhaya kumbe kunzima kumbe town kunzima yabo, ngoba esikolo ngahamba same distance maybe so ngangela ama challenges amaningi.
Yeah, so seliqedile training lapha liyatshela ukuthi liye DRC. Tell us about the day lasuka lisiye DRC. Ispirit sasinjani ukuthi ulali excited but alikwazi liya?
I mean, I cannot say so ukuthi kwakwale excitement, but into engayitsho ukuthi because impi DRC is well known to every force within the Zimbabwean military, so people were just uncertain ukuthi how is it going to happen. But as people, as soldiers who were trained, and we had that kind of spirit sokuthi we need to go and work with our brothers yabona, and find a way ukuthi lathi si intervene with our yabo support nalana. Otherwise I can't say ukuthi kwakule excitement because the situation was well known yabo. Everybody knew ukuthi we were going for war. So it's like before we left Tinan sisiya a commando selection, we had known ukuthi others guys who went to other units had gone to fill a gap which was there in their units again. So to us it was again another story which we knew ukuthi we had to go and fill the gap which is there yabo. So there wasn't kind of excitement. Yes, maybe certain individuals who were just maybe they say that adventurous, but when you mature within a short period of time, so we had to understand the situation. It wasn't easier there, so we were dedicated to let us intervene with the force. Not maybe there were maybe lighter things which we were expecting there. No, it was quite a situation that we felt maybe prefer everybody has to be that kind of in a situation enjalo. Otherwise, I cannot say what excitement. It was a bit far from us.
So the day you land in DRC, where do you guys land?
Tina, we landed in Bandaga Strait. Unlike others who went through Kinshasa, Tina, we had to land in the headquarters of our forefront, which was Bandaga, because we were operating along that Chwapa River. So our flight was strictly straight to Bandaga. That's when we were needed. Then we managed to leave here in 10 December 1999. Yes, I think it's 6 hours or so. Confusion hours. But we started direct to Bandaga. From Bandaga, they were waiting for us. There was no time to waste. Sati sivuka ekuseni straight to the parade. That is after tea instead. Straight to the parade. Science necessary preparations. Then we were told that by late that very day we were supposed to be in Mboende, and that is how it happened. We managed to be evacuated again straight from Bandaga to Mboende. And then we joined the front, which was almost maybe less than 40 or 60 k's there. Around 40 to 60 k's from Mboende.
So within a few hours of arriving, you're already in the back flight. So who is are you a company, are you a section, and who is your commander here?
Tina, since we came from a training depot, and we had instructors, a few of them, and the officer or YCS hand over to the front commanding element. And lapana tina sasia joina C company. It was C company and A company. There were two companies involved, but they were under one command of Major Marisa. So tina we went to join C company under the command of Major Marisa, who was advancing along that Chwapa River. At that moment, when we reached Mboende, at that moment they were in Bokungu. The whole company was in Bokungu advancing. So we managed to join them at Bokungu the following day. Then we had to be separated to company, sticks, troops instead. Troops. I was given the first troop, first troop, second troop, third troop. Within the company, it was under Major Marisa.
What's the assignment, your first assignment?
It was very, very hard because Tina, we are the ones who covered the ground. Then the rest of the company was on board, advancing on board, using boats, strike boats and the likes. Tina, we had to cover through the ground. So for me, at first, I operated in a very difficult situation. I can acknowledge that because we never knew where we would meet the rebels. We never knew everything like that. So it was something which was a bit complicated to me. It brought a lot of, you have to be vigilant because we are and the seniors will be telling you a lot of things. Guys, here, if you come to sleep here in the likes, you see. And we had a story just soon after Mboyende uti another sentry where who guard during the night. He had a fatally demise through cigarette smoking. Kuti somebody was on guard and then he had to light a cigarette. Then the enemy saw that he spark and then he fired straight, shot him on the forehead. So yabona ama stories analana la wenza ukuthi la ube want for sure this place is not just a playing ground. It's a serious battleground. So we traveled. In fact, we never had a vehicle when we were traveling along the side of the river. We had to use inyawo civil direct. It was a advanced lana ukuthi we are using a road. Still file two file formation, another on the side and others on the side. Until saya joinana le main body elokuzenini yalusaka. Our first major lokuzenini major encounter eyachayisana le main body yabase yalusaka, if I'm not mistaken. But tina on this road and silandela river because the road was in fact the establishment ye transportation yabo, it's a road le lokuzenini le river. So tina si clear road and we met ama lokuzenini resistant along that road. Yabo babe deploy a lot of troops along the road, and we at the times not in our force but within the allied force, and we had some losses. Yabo that first battle we had to maybe we had traveled about 15 or so k's. Then we met a resistant. We had some fatalities from Mafaki. Yeah.
So Lapa, tell us the first time when are you getting a Beckley and that have been issued your sevens. Do you remember that the first shoot that you did?
Yes, I still remember. We managed to salokuza sa chasana le deployment ama repairs and chasana le deployment ama repairs lapana. Tina we managed to stretch both sides of the road and sa kwanza ukuthi si deploy in a single file formation sikhangele ku front. There were huts kwakulezi indlu nje ku area inaleyo, so ama repairs lana babechiye ukudeploya ezindlini and ba deploya just phandle kweyard. Uyasithi safika endaweni ngale sesithi zimboka uyabona ekuzizindlu konkana uthi imboka. So sathi sifika embokheni yakhona le ama repairs lana deploy achiya open ground nalana nje ukuthi umuntu nxa evule indawo yakhe uyavula kube le open space. So babe kwi killing ground ababe create ukuthi bona be deploy ngaphi kuma ezihlahleni ezinkulu ukuthi they can shoot benjani bephezulana. Thina sifika lapha na sakwanisa ukuthi si stretch manje because we to avoid the clear ground lana sa stretch kanjani sakwanisa ukuthi lami ngikwanisa ukuthi ngikhangele phambili ngibone ukuthi angikwanisa ukuhama next kumbe friendly force yabo. So that's when we started to fire those arms yabo. Lami lapha na to fire civil certain rounds ukuthi yabo la konkana ukuthi they were want to create firepower yabona.
Yeah.
So we managed to fire though abanye sasingabonanga ukuthi exactly
what were you firing?
These people are where are they exactly, but we managed to align labanye ukuthi we create that kind of environment ukuthi, and we managed to win them because they retreated from that area yabo babaleka sibili so lathi sasesikubona ukuthi okay there are these things ezenzakalayo lapha abantu laba they hide sesitshelwa lathi ukuthi they hide on top of trees and the like sabona because that was kind of an ambush yabona. That was the first lokhuzenini contact engachayisana layo and from there futhi sayenza another contact labo futhi those stop groups babechiya ama stop groups phela along the road ukuthi bona bengezwa uphela sokukhala ngale bakwazi abantu labana sebefikile the main board yabi alert ukuthi bengeza impompi zikhala ngale abantu labana definitely they are there bengeza sokukhala ngale definitely sebenjani so babehamba bechiya ama stop groups maybe 7 people or maybe yabo but vele umthetho wababe uyenza ukuthi they to leave ama stop groups alusoze lihambe just to delay movement yenani hambe freely just somehow in this stop group yankona yabi dangerous yabona so sayenza another contact futhi lapho there kwaku open space uyabona ukuthi people yabona kodwa zakwazi ukuba push back because that was a stop group again we pushed them back sahamba futhi kwazi ukuthi lastly when we had to join i main board we had them firing bekhatshana le ukuthi singani sibaleka kumbe something was happening tshengisela ukuthi but bona labo bayefuna ukutshengisela ukuthi they are there manje lingacabanga ukuthi you are just walking alone they are there so thina saba lama contacts ayi2 labo on the road sa join main board then from main board lana sa pusha from iyala laphana saze saya eyalusaka anjo sithesi seyalusaka laphana in fact ayalusaka sayifika kuhle asizange saba lama challenges yabona sa clear that ground safika eyalusaka sathi sisuke eyalusaka manje sesisiya kuthiwa yini indawo le that's when we met another incident yabona yaba a bit confusing futhi because sa-ambushwa sachayela iboard ngamsimsho kwayichulo kuze sachayela iboard sesichayela iboard laphana le morari la yangani yehla kancane yabona because phela yathi inkosi ukuthi ama stop groups lana they are dangerous because they can leave ama fatalities so lathi saba ku kind of a situation nale ukuthi sagcina sesichayela iboard manje so ukusa advance still yabona sihamba lathi sibomba senzani because ground lalilicha anjo it's an equator region so yabona ukuthi thina plus futhi sasingakabe ngama veterans as much and
you still new
we are still new in all angles ground fighting situation weaponry yabona everything was almost new of course we are being integrated into the system so lathi saya siloke sijayela lamabhazuka nalana sasiloke siwachaya ku training lathi sesilama members ababachaya sisibona mina ngale ngathwala along that road ngathwala AK ngoba sasibuyele silama weapons at the front ngangile AK but uyazi I felt something there yabona when meeting ama contacts ngila AK lana I felt something ukuthi la nxa ngidubula so ngangasayizwa ukuthi into le is it existing in because of the noise yayikhona kwamanye ama weapons ayisasiwasebenzisa so that thing futhi yayisenza ngibe less trusting AK ngibe lokho ngani angithembi yabona ngani angifeel just like that yabo so ngithe sisiyafika le AK lana ngase ngile gun.
Waselani?
Sengile gun.
Gun.
I-PKM.
Okay. Yathwala i-PKM.
PKM is a machine gun.
Okay, it's a machine gun.
So ngokuya anyaunti sasesilamanye ama members ababe sebephendukile kuma R&R njanjana. So ama weapons lana they were now available kuloko zeneni ku armory. So mina lami ngacina sengingomunye umuntu kanjani wayesephiwe gun because sasibonga ukuthi ama AK angani nganaba less efficiency. Kwakuyibelief ngenoise uyabuyizwa nxa sokukhala amanye ama weapons and so ngacina lami sengisiba member of ukuthi lami ngithwale igun. Ukuthi lami nxa ngayidubula fushwanya bensizwa ukuthi kulama rounds aphumile yozibili la.
Yayikuchaza i-machine gun.
Lami yasingichaza manje ukuthi yayi to be used ngayo ukuthi lokuthi lami maybe nxa umuntu khangelane le position akiyo siza kuphuma umsindo njana la yahle bonke ukuthi lapha kule something yabona happening.
So probably before abantu babengakwazi lina lali igroup eyisiyanceda amaZimbabwean ayivalele ikela nje.
Yeah, thina icommando sasi rescue team for ama allied forces onke. Not specifically ilokuzenini iZimbabwean forces, no. Because it was a joint ilokuzenini operation and sasilama Namibians futhi on the side sasilawo phela lathi advance siyayikela khona ngala. But anya ukuthi kwesikhathi lani nxa lihamba lingamadoda labe kwazi ukuthi thina sithembana kanjani. Kwangasukuthi wangela trust and but that I kind of force thina sabe sifuna we trusted our own force ukuthi whenever we come into operation singamaZimbabweans thina sabe sikwazi ukuthi we can achieve that yabona. Ama allied forces lawo yabona babe bekhona. Ama Namibians we had them. But laphana babengela ama commandos. Babelama infantrymen. So anja ukuthi kwasokungani kulokuyi different ukuthi thina we launched ama commandos.
Ihamba le infantry.
Thina sihamba le infantry yabona. So kwampana thina yethu sasingani si more visible than the whole lokuzenini contingent.
Yeah.
Yabo ngenxa ukuthi phela wonke umuntu yabekhangele that kind of structure ukuthi how are they advancing, which units are involved, and so thina we were the ones abebe visible commando Green Beret. And la nxa uchayisana la ama rebels bebona Green Beret they to know ukuthi these are Zimbabwean commandos and we don't have any chance here. That's why ubona ukuthi amanye sasiphungwenza ama walkover. Yabo because maybe sabe inflict a certain lokuzenini pain and when you deployment and so when approaching that the next and labo uyabona basebe calculate about ukuthi no, the kind of infliction ezabakhona lapha could be maybe too much, so they to spare that lokuzenini space for us.
So it's like when you see the Green Beret run.
Yes, that was the kind of mentality which was also circulating within their deployments. Don't mess around when these guys come.